Coach Daniel, you finished the year 8-2. Can you just explain to me on how the season, the first 10 weeks went for you?
Yeah, no, certainly had some ups and downs, more ups than downs, and just appreciate our kids rebounding, and flushing that week 10 loss, and then kind of hitting the reset button, getting refocused, doing the little things right throughout the week. And we certainly lacked amount of focus and in that week 10 leading up to it for sure. And kids were a little beat up from that carry, and it's natural for people to want to lay off the gas pedal a little bit. We told our kids that's a lesson learned, and it's only a bad thing if you don't learn from it, grow from it, and fix it. And they've done just that. Refocused that Monday. Got back to work, totally different team, which is what we expected and which was why we got to the point we were in terms of preparation. And then this week's been the exact same. So just trying to stack success with success and not get entitled, not get complacent. And they've done a great job being focused this week, being hungry, and doing it the right way, which, again, that's kind of what got us here. And that week 10 was not indicative of who we are. That's not who we want to be. And we told them losers pout, winners fix it. So let's get it right.
So you said there's been more good than bad. What can you say about this team and the different players that were playing in new roles this season?
Yeah, it starts up front. And certainly there's a lot of accolades to go around. But our guys in the trenches are kind of the cogs that make us go. And they've done a great job working stuff out and keeping Andon upright, opening holes for Caden and Andon. And those two have done an amazing job getting in film, doing the little things right out at practice, working together. Caden picking up stuff in our pass pro. Like I said, our offensive line keeping Andon upright. All that stuff has to happen. Receivers winning their routes. Levi, Brandt, Owen have done a great job. So it's been truly a team effort. And, you can certainly see, guys like Andon winning Player of the Year, much deserved, really happy for him. Caden leading the N10 in rushing. But any success in football takes a village, and these guys know that. It's all about thanking the guys that you're around, and truly, really grateful for that. So,
and I want to go a little bit more on Andon. I mean, new position as being the starter from week 1. Like, he just kind of explained to me about his growth and how he was able to perform the way he did this season so far.
Yeah, it's not bad for a tight end last year, so. He's done a great job. Just his preparation in the offseason, putting in extra work behind closed doors that not a lot of people see. And just, again, getting in our playbook, studying our reads, talking to Coach Hawkins, and being coachable is what got him here. So, the big thing with him is that consistency piece. He had a rough game at Seneca East just like the rest of us, and he did a great job last week of flushing it, moving on. And outside of one really not lackluster drive, he was damn near perfect. So that's what we want to see out of our guys. Quarterback's a leader on your team, whether you like it or not. He does a great job of leading our offense, getting us organized. And, we will go as far as guys like him take us.
So offensive stats are obviously a big eye-opener. Everyone likes to see that. But that defense, what can you say about your defense?
Yeah, outside of one game, they've been excellent. And we're getting healthier, getting our free safety back. And Brandt, he does a great job in the run fits, and he's rangy. So tackling on our back end is only improving. And our front seven's done an amazing job of being sound against the box. Plugging gaps, D-line. So really proud of them. Like I said, outside of that one blip, Seneca East, holistically, they've done a great job. We've got guys that want to get to the football, that do it the right way, take good leverage, good angles. Not over scraping or ducking under blocks and just leaning on each other, doing your 1/11th, if you will, and trusting to do your job. And the next guy outside of you or inside you is going to do his job, and being sound on the back end equates to really good defense. It's hard for kids to put together 15 to 20 play drives consistently if we're sound on our back end and we're great tacklers. So Seneca East was definitely a blessing. In disguise. And it didn't feel like it at the time, but it helped our kids kind of get humble real quick, get refocused for our stretch run here, and not take anything for granted. So it's really easy to get complacent. It takes a lot of good leadership and good young men to stay focused through stacking wins together or successes together. And ultimately, they learn that complacency is the enemy of success. And so we haven't seen that since then. We have no intention of ever going back to that. And ultimately, it's got to come from our guys. You know, we could say whatever we want, but when our captains are locked in, our best players are locked in, the rest of the team will follow. So in that regard, yeah, it has been different the last couple of weeks because we had a very recent lesson on what happens when our preparation doesn't meet our expectations.
And unfortunately, like a loss like that will change things and like refocus. So how could you say that has transitioned into last week's win against Montpelier here and having the last game played on home field?
Yeah. So a couple things. We don't want week 10 to affect our confidence. We wanted them to see, you know, hey, we're a great football team when we do it the right way, and they played fast. And honestly, you know, we stack our wins through Monday through Friday before the game. So we knew we were much more locked in. This week's been more the same, where our kids are locked in. They're getting after it. They're correcting each other, coaching each other up. No side conversations and just being laser focused. And ultimately, the wins and losses and how you compete in the course of a 4-quarter game, which is what we're going to have this week, kind of takes care of itself. So, yeah, we're excited.
So you're going to Leipsic this week. They're one of the 4 teams that have that bye week from week 11. Can you just explain to me on, I guess, what your thoughts are on a team having a bye week and like the benefit with you guys, like from how week 10 went, you're
Sure.
able to fix things in week 11 to go into this week 12 game?
Yeah, I think we needed that. I'm honestly blessed, that we're getting healthier too, but that we got to flush that, get the bad taste out of our mouth, and let our guys see like what happens when we do it the right way and the comparison from when we do it the not right way. So I'm grateful for that week 11. I'm sure that there's teams that would like a week 11 bye and to get healthier and stuff. But at this point in the year, our guys want to play, and we want them to play. So I'm sure that each coach would tell you differently. But to me, these guys do a lot in the off season all year. To take a 2-week break at this point, there's probably some pros. There's also some cons in terms of rust and getting lackadaisical and stuff that you got to fight as well. So. I guess it's kind of dependent on each coach and each program, but after our week 10, we were grateful to get back on the field for sure.
So Leipsic, they're one of the toughest teams in the BVC, and the BVC itself is a gauntlet of a league. Their only wall that they hit was Liberty Benton, and
Everybody's hit that wall.
Liberty Benton is Liberty Benton.
Yep.
But for having a team like that and having to go to their place, what's it like preparing for a team like that and keeping your kids focused and like, hey, like, you know, we got this, and going in with confidence?
You got it. You know, confidence is key. Building that confidence throughout the week, knowing that you put everything you had into Monday through Thursday, and not be intimidated. You know, it's we tell our guys, you have no idea how good you could be if you do it the right way. And they've seen it on and off, and they're starting to understand it. So, yeah, no, we respect the heck out of Leipsic. They beat us the last 2 times we played them. BVC is a great conference, especially that top half. It's just unbelievable. Whether you're Arlington, Pandora's, Leipsic, and obviously Liberty Benton's a monster of its own. So, yeah, we got a lot of respect for them, but we will play anybody when our kids are locked in, focused, and ready to go. And we're going to go over there with the intention to win the football game, not just compete.
What matchups are you liking this week going into that game?
Yeah, no, they're athletic. It's probably the most athletic team that we've, you and I were talking a little bit, probably the most athletic team holistically that we've seen yet this year. Their team speed's excellent. So, but we've got good team speed too. And we've got some really nice athletes too. So that's a matchup that's going to be very key. And then they're good up front. We'd like to think we're pretty good up front. So we think it's going to be a very evenly matched game. The guys who execute in key situations, prevent the big play, win special teams, don't get behind the sticks, no dumb penalties and stuff like that. All those little things that every coach talks about, that's what ultimately decide the game. Are we taking care of the football? Are we finishing forward, finishing our blocks offensively, and being great tacklers with their athleticism and their speed? That'll decide the outcome of the game.
So for you as a coach and your coaching staff, going into postseason, now you're getting into the season where your opponents can be unknown. So like, what's it like preparing for a football game in the playoffs?
Much more stressful. You're constantly, you cramming. Whereas, you get to week 10, week 9, we have a pool. So we've seen, those teams all year. You kind of let ideas percolate and you're very familiar with them. You see them every year anyway. Not a lot of turnover in terms of coaches in our league, which is great because we got a lot of great coaches and great staffs. But now it's like the great unknown. So you're trying to cram everything you can in a very finite amount of time. So, but it's good. You get back to that like week 1, week 2 grind where you're trying to get everything in for your kids, but also at the same time let them play fast and let them play confident. So it's quite the balancing act. But our guys are ready to go, and it's very exciting. It's an exciting time of the year, exciting time for the program.
Are your boys hungry for this postseason, especially with the way things ended last year?
Very much so. Very much so. So they've had a taste of it. We went on a nice little run last year. They want to repeat/exceed that. We didn't get a piece of the N10 like that was our goal in week 10. So it's been a great reset for our guys to get humble, get focused, and get re-hungry. And they've done that. So we don't want one team to be our Super Bowl. We want every week to be a Super Bowl for us. And we want to attack each week with the intensity and fire that we do with the rivalry week. Easy to say, harder to do. These guys are doing it now, and we've got it fixed, and we're going to keep rolling.
What do the playoffs mean to you, and getting the right to play after week 10?
Yeah, Coach Dunn was in talking to our guys, and we had a great conversation about there is something special about a playoff run, and it brings the community together. It's less and less teams are playing every week. There's more and more eyes on you. It carries a lot of weight, and it's something that you'll remember with your group of guys for the rest of your life. And these are memories that they're creating that hopefully stick with them for a long, long time. And we're getting time with these guys that not a lot of other programs are getting. We're not taking it for granted. We're coaching our young guys up as much as we can. We got a lot of sophomores and juniors starting for the following year. And honestly, this group's just fun to be around, to where that every week that we can stretch this thing out and be around them is a week that I'm grateful for, and our staff's grateful for as well. So,
and then lastly, what message do you want to send out?
Yeah, no, just appreciate the coverage from you guys, and appreciate any of our fans that can go to the game. We know it costs a little bit more money. We know it's a drive. We know, if they don't have that option, then obviously they can stream it. But if we can get butts in the seats, as many butts in the seats as we can, to create a really great atmosphere for our kids, they deserve that. They put that time in. They deserve to be cheered for. They deserve to be supported. And it really matters to them. They see that stuff. So that's my one wish is we have a great showing from our fan base, and they travel well and come support the boys.
So you guys are going into this game with a ton of momentum from a big victory here last week. We're looking forward to covering this, Coach, and we'll see you Friday.
Appreciate you.